There's a lot of methods that you can use to remove the background from an image. Many people say use the free select tool, or use the Photoshop equivalent, or you can use a layer mask or magic selections, but really the cleanest, quickest, most easiest, and safest way to do it is to use the path tool. Now, if you haven't watched my video on the path tool, I do recommend that you go back and check that out. I go over the path tool and sort of its quirks, so this will be much easier for you if you're at least somewhat familiar with the path tool. So I'm going to use the path tool in this video to remove the background of this image of this little boy. Oh, I have no idea who this is. This is just some stock image. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here at the top with this kid. And I'm just going to click right, place an anchor at the top of his head there. And then I'm just going to start dragging. I'm going to hold down, click and hold down, drag where I want my curve to be. I'm just going to go right down the hairline here. Not his hairline. I don't know what hairline means. I don't know why I'm saying it so much. But basically, just using the properties of the path tool to get those really easy, nice, natural curves that you cannot get with the free select tool. You definitely cannot get with the more, I guess, angular version of it when you just click around. So it's super easy to get those really nice curves that are so, I guess they're like freaking everywhere on the human body, as it turns out. So it's a huge time saver. Another benefit of using the path tool is when you're pathing over here and you switch to a different tool, the path goes away, right? And you switch back and you're like, oh my god, it's gone. But if you go to this tab over here, the paths tab, you'll be able to just double click on that tab. It'll pop right back up. So that's really amazing. And then you can go back and adjust the curvature and the position of any of these points or anchors that you have with the path tool later on. If you want to trim it down a little bit, take away some hair over here, you know, go from this direction now, and I'll just leave out that flaky strand hair out there. So a really versatile tool and absolutely perfect for rendering out images from their backgrounds. Now, there's a couple rules when rendering. You really want to edge on the side of caution, or rather error on the side of caution, and you want to clip into a person instead of going outside. So I would rather have this thing be too far inside. You can kind of see where I'm gonna miss some of his hair right here. I would rather have it like that than have a little bit of the background in there, because getting any of the background is gonna give this weird like glow. It's like an inverted glow around your final rendered image, and that's gonna look absolutely terrible. Always a telltale sign that someone has no idea what they're doing when they render something out like that, and it looks absolutely like crap. So always render inside of a person instead of going and mushing into the background. So I'm not going to render this whole thing out in front of you. Instead, it's going to look eventually like this. I've pre-rendered it, but you'll eventually get to that stage in your photo. So now you're going to go right click, select from path, and what that does is the select from path function will just take your path exactly, turn it into your selection. So I'll go over to my layers panel here. I've got my image. I'm going to add an alpha channel to it. Looks like I've already done so, but adding an alpha channel ensures that when I delete something in it, there's going to be transparency instead of just white in the background. So always add alpha channels to JPEGs when you're working with them. And then I'm just going to press the delete button, and boom. Oops, I deleted the wrong part. Go back. Right click once you've selected, and then go select invert, and this ensures that I'm not deleting my person, but I'm instead deleting the background. So press delete there. The background is gone. I have left out this inside portion here, so I'll just delete that. I've rendered it out ahead of time, and you'll eventually end up with this little, just a person. So you can put it on a white background like that. You can put in a different image. You can put it anywhere. You can cut it, manipulate it, do anything. Renders are great for a lot of make, you know, all kinds of designs. You get good renders in there and they look much more professional. So that's the best way to render anything out. Use the path tool. And I hope you do, because honestly, why wouldn't you use the path tool?